Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Board Game Captain.
I'm Lynn.
And today we are going to be reviewing, showing you how to play, and talking about Space Park. Now, Space Park is a game designed by Henry Audubon and is published by Keymaster Games. Now, this was a game that we kickstarted, and there was an option after kickstarting it at some point to be able to pick it up at Gen Con, and we did. We picked it up at Gen Con. And we were, I mean, the main thing was the mechanics seemed cool, and it seemed like the game was one big rondel, but also the theme, the 50s sci-fi theme, where a lot of the pictures looked like they were going to be covers to either travel posters or travel magazines, like 50s travel magazines with the 50s sci-fi theme, really spoke to us because we love stuff like that. We love nostalgia, 50s stuff like that, and we decided to back it. So now this game is listed as 1 to 4 players, ages 14 and up, and for 30 minutes. So we're going to start there. Now, I haven't tried the solo variant on this. Have you?
Mm-mm.
Okay, but we've played it at 2, 3, and 4 players, and in the multiplayer games, it seems to play very well. I haven't had any issues with it at any player count. I think it plays pretty equally well, though I would say that I think I enjoy it a little bit more with more players because there's a lot more that happens, a lot more moving of the rockets. What do you think?
I don't know. I think I enjoyed equally. No matter the player count.
Fair enough. Now, okay, this is the part of this that I'm side-eyeing a bit. It says ages 14 and up.
Small parts.
You know what? 13-year-olds aren't going to swallow small parts.
No.
This game is very easy to learn, very easy to teach, very quick to play. I don't understand why they listed it as an ages 14 and up. I think this is
an 8 and up.
Yeah, I was going to say this.
8-year-olds aren't sticking things up their nose anymore.
Yeah, I think this is a drastic overestimate. So you're saying 8 and up is where you're at with this? I think I'm probably right around there with you, like that 8 to 10 range. I think depending on how advanced your child is, probably would be fine for this game. Now, the 30 minutes, that is 100% accurate. This is a quick game. Mm-hmm. This is an intro-level game, or what people would refer to as a filler game on game night, where you play this and then you can play a bunch of other games because it doesn't take up a huge amount of time. And that is right where this one is. So let's open it up and have a look at some of the components. But before I do, I just want to draw attention again to the artwork because it is gorgeous. The artwork in this game is fantastic. So you open it up, and the first thing you've got is a rule book.
In the cover.
Yeah, they even have artwork on the insides. So the rule book has lots of diagrams. It shows you how to play the game. It's the game is very easy to understand, and in point of fact, the rules, the actual rules of the game, are 7 pages, and that's it. And that includes with lots of diagrams and charts to help you understand the game. But the rules are very well done. I have absolutely no complaints about the rule book. Next, we have these little plastic 50s style rocket ships, which are great. I love these things. They look fantastic. They make you nostalgic for like Buck Rogers and Flash Gordon. Very cool looking stuff. We've got some cardboard punch-out tokens for some different things, like these fast travel tokens here are cardboard punch-out tokens. Also, Scout's controller and Scout himself were cardboard punch-out tokens. These are pretty standard if you have seen cardboard punch-out tokens, though I do like that the controller looks a little bit like an old-school video game controller, which is kind of neat. A little bit of 80s nostalgia there on that one. And then some other cardboard tokens for bonus points. Then we have some nice crystals. We have some purple moon crystals, some pinkish sun crystals, which are a little smaller than the purple ones.
Not really pink. They're like orangey coral color.
Coral. Yeah, I'll go with you on that. Coral, I think, is the right word for that. And then we have these, like, what would you call this greenish?
Lime green?
Like a lime green sea crystals. Maybe sea foam green?
Yeah.
So now these are the similar sort of crystal mold that you see in a lot of modern games. They're real nice. They're transparent, but have that the light coloring on them. They look really good and they feel nice. Then we have the cards. Now the cards are badges in this game. That's what they're called. And they are all linen finish, super nice quality. They say Space Park on the back, and then have very easy to read symbols on the front which tell you what they cost, as well as their special ability and how many points they are worth if you successfully purchase this badge. They look different from badge to badge. They have different background artwork, which is very nice. The badges themselves also have different shapes and different colors, so they're easy to tell apart, even at a glance. These are really nicely done. These cards, they're thick, they're linen finish, they're great. Then we have the board. Now the board, you have the first space of the board is Starlight Station. And Starlight Station is a big space, looks like this, and you put this out first. Then after putting out Starlight Station, you shuffle up the rest of the pieces of the board. These are the backs of them. These are the fronts, and you will place them out randomly. So the board is a little bit different every time you play. It's one way to keep the game varied, at least in a small way. And the illustrations on these, I mean, again, let me show you Starlight Station again. But the illustrations on all of these pieces of the board are fantastic. I absolutely love them. That nostalgic feel to them is just great. I love that they look like old school travel posters or covers to travel magazines, which they went with for the cover of this also. It looks like the cover of an old travel magazine from the 50s, except that you're traveling to a space location. And I love the flying manta rays and celestial seas there. Those are really cool. And then the final one here, Fusion Falls. So that is everything that comes in the box for Space Park. So now we're going to go to the table, and we're going to run you through a few turns and show you how the game plays. And then we're going to come back, and we're going to talk about how this game feels, and we're going to review it and rate it. Okay, so here we can see a two-player game set up for Space Park, and there is no real difference between a two-player, three-player, or four-player game setup. Everything is set up the same way. Each player gains one card and one sun crystal during the setup, but other than the number of actual players playing, there is no real difference. You start by setting out the Starlight Station part of the board on the end there. You shuffle up the other 6 tiles and then put them out in a random order. You place the rockets on the Lunar Woods space, the Celestial Seas space, and the Cosmic Canyon space, and you put the appropriate resources, the moon crystals, sea crystals, and sun crystals beneath them. You put the experience point tokens beneath Fusion Falls, the fast travel passes beneath Astral Arcade, along with the controller and the scout token. And you shuffle up the deck and place it on Starlight Station. You deal 1 card to each player, and 3 cards face up over there that can be obtained later. Each player gains 1 sun crystal to start, and 1 random player gets the first player token. And now what you do in this game is you're trying to collect resources to be able to buy badges, which are worth points. The first person to 20 points is going to trigger the final round. You finish up the round, so Lynn will get the last turn since I'm the first player. And then whoever has the most points after the final round will be the winner of Space Park. Many of the badges also give you special abilities that you can continue to use throughout the game, or possibly have better ways to get bonus points for collecting certain types of other badges or having certain crystals left over at the end of the game. Now, when you choose a rocket to activate, you will do what its space says, and then you will move that rocket 1 space clockwise. However, each space may only be occupied by a single rocket. So if I were to activate the Celestial Seas rocket, it would pass Cosmic Canyon by because there's already a rocket on it, and it'll land on Starlight Station. So without any further ado, we're going to get to it. I'm going to show you how you play a game of Space Park. So for my first turn, I am going to activate the rocket on the Celestial Seas. I will take one of the sea crystals, and I will move it over to Starlight Station. So now it is Lynn's turn.
I am going to go to Lunar Woods.
Okay. So I am going to go to Starlight Station. Now, going to Starlight Station, I draw a card. I decide if I want that card. If I don't, I instead can swap it with one of the cards that is already out there in the draw. And I'm going to take this one here, which is worth 6 points, but has no actual extra effect because it's just worth the largest number of points possible. And then I will move this rocket on to Outpost 13.
I am going to go to Cosmic Canyon,
which gets you 2 sun crystals. Very nice. All right, I'm going to go to Outpost 13. Outpost 13 allows you to pay crystals to buy a badge. I'm going to be buying this badge here, which costs 1 sea crystal, is worth 2 points, and has the ability that all other green badges make it worth an extra point at the end of the game. So I will spend my sea crystal for that badge, and I place it face up in front of me. And again, it is worth 2 points at the end of the game, plus 1 point for every other green badge I obtain. And that was what I did at Outpost 13, which means I will move this rocket onto the Astral Arcade.
I'm going to go to the Astral Arcade. So I take the controller.
Yes, you take the controller, which means she is now in control of Scout, and she must move Scout to a new location.
I am going to put Scout
on the Lunar Woods.
Here.
A smart move indeed.
And then the rocket ship.
Now, the reason this is such a good move is this is the only place to get basic resources. Now, what happens is while Scout is being controlled by someone, if someone uses the rocket on a space where Scout is, the owner of Scout will get a free either Sun Crystal or Fast Travel Pass, which, by the way, you also get for going to Astral Arcade. The Fast Travel Passes may be spent before your turn to move one of the rockets 1 space each, so that you could put the rocket on a space you want it to be before activating it. So they're actually really, really pretty cool. So that being said, I do want some resources, but I also think I want some more cards. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Starlight Station. I'm going to draw a card, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep that card. I'm not going to swap it.
I'm going to go...
Oh, I forgot to move the rocket.
Oh.
My bad.
I'm going to go to Fusion Falls, so I pay 1 Sun Crystal for 1 XP and move the rocket.
Okay, I'm going to go to Celestial Seas and take 1 Sea Crystal and move the rocket.
I am going to... go to Lunar Woods.
Now, Lynn gets a Lunar Crystal, and this still activates if she's the one who moved there. So now Lynn can take either a free Sun Crystal or another Fast Travel Pass.
Take a Fast Travel.
Very valuable. Okay. So I'm going to go to Cosmic Canyon. I'm going to get 2 Sun Crystals and move the rocket on.
I'm going to use a Fast Travel to move the rocket, and then I'm going to go to Celestial Seas.
Oh, man. Yes, you did. You did that. All right, so I'm going to go to Cosmic Canyon, get 2 Sun Crystals. Now, because of this, it's going to skip both spaces that those rockets are already on and go all the way to Astral Arcade.
I'm going to go to Outpost 13. I pay 1 of each crystal, and I get, it's 4 points, and it counts as all badge types.
Yeah, that's a really good one, because that helps you with the certain badges that give you bonus points for other badge types.
I didn't move my rocket.
Yes. Now, I'm going to go to the Astral Arcade, and now going to the Astral Arcade means I get the controller, I get a Fast Travel Pass, and I must move this little fellow to another location. I'm going to send him to the Starlight Station, and this rocket will go to Fusion Falls.
I'm going to go to Fusion Falls.
Boom.
Fusion
Falls, my mistake.
Yeah.
I thought you said I don't know why you said Fusion Falls and I thought Starlight Station.
I don't know either.
So I'm going to go to Celestial Seas, and I'm going to get a Sea Crystal.
I'm going to go to Cosmic Canyon.
I'm going to go to Starlight Station, and I'm going to swap this card for this card here. And that will move this over to the Astral Arcade, but because I activated where the Scout robot was, I'm going to get a Fast Travel token.
I am going to go to the Astral Arcade.
Okay, so you get the controller, you get a fast travel token, and you have to move Scout somewhere.
I'm going to move that. And then Scout is going to go in the Lunar Woods.
Okay, I'm going to go to Outpost 13. I'm going to trade in 2 sea crystals and 3 sun crystals to pay for this Voyager badge here, which is worth 6 points, and it is green, which means it makes my existing badge worth plus 1 point. So that chains, and it's worth a total of 7 points. It's pretty awesome. Now, this is how the game is played. We keep going in locations, building up resources, collecting badges to then be able to play those badges for points and extra effects. Some of them have one-off effects, like this one here, which would allow me to steal the controller, whereas others have continuing effects, like this one here, which says, after taking the main action at Fusion Falls, you're allowed to trade a sun crystal in for a sea crystal. And this is something that you can do every time you take the action at Fusion Falls once you have this badge out. You keep playing until someone gets 20 points, at which point it triggers the final round, and everyone gets an equal number of turns. So in this example game, since I went first, Lynn would get the final turn, at which point the game would end, and whoever had the most points would win the game of Space Park. So now we're going to head back, and we're going to talk about how Space Park feels, and we're going to review it and rate it. Okay, welcome back. So that was how you play a game of Space Park. Again, the game plays identical regardless of the number of players. It's just that you may have more or less people taking turns before you get your next turn. Mm-hmm. So with more players, there is a little bit more uncertainty because more of the rockets may have been moved before you get your next turn.
Well, that's why you have the fast travels, so
yes.
You can get your rocket where you want it.
Exactly, and the fast travels can become very important for that purpose. Now, that will change a little bit of the dynamic of the giant rondelle that is this game. Depending on the number of players you're playing. But like you pointed out earlier, it plays well at 2 players. It's just more predictable about where some of the rockets will be, versus 4 players where it's a little less predictable, and you just have to take that into account when you're planning future turns. But yeah, the look of this game is fantastic on the tabletop. What are your thoughts on the mechanics and the play style? What do you think about Space Park?
I think it's very simple.
It is. It is a very easy to learn, quick and easy game.
Yeah.
And lighter weight. I would definitely say lighter weight.
I mean, it's definitely intro level.
Intro level, I think, is a good description.
I was just trying to find. It's because I'm not really sure what type of. I mean, it's definitely you're collecting.
I would say resource management.
Yeah, resource management. But I was thinking, it's just like a giant.
And it's a rondelle.
Rondelle,
yes.
And
that's the whole game.
That's a mechanic, but rondelle isn't really like.
Well, it's
a play style.
You've got okay. So you can look at the. It's really actually I said resource management, but it's really more set collecting. You're collecting certain sets to turn them in for the cards, which are worth points and give you special abilities, which. I actually like the special abilities way more than getting points because I love getting interesting special abilities or chaining certain types of cards to give you lots of points. Mm-hmm. So I would say it's like a set collecting rondelle game, and it is an intro level game for set collecting and a rondelle, which is interesting because we don't have any, with the exception of Space Park now, any intro level rondelle games. They're usually rondelle. Yeah.
Unless we want to throw like World Without End at people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is rondelles are usually a smaller part of a much more advanced game, like big Euro games. You very rarely see like a little rondelle game, which I think is really cool because this is a good way. Like, let's say you're teaching people about modern games and you're playing games with them. And you're starting with intro-level games, and you want to explain the concept of a rondelle, this is a great place to start. To teach people, like, let's say people have only played classic games. Rondelles are fairly modern, and they don't know anything about rondelles. And you're like, okay, let's play Space Park. It would be a quick and easy way to teach people about rondelles. So in that regard, I love having this in our collection to be a intro-level rondelle and also set collecting sort of game. Mm-hmm. The artwork looks gorgeous. And actually, even though it is very simple and very basic, This is currently one of my favorite go-to intro level or filler games for game night. I love this game. I think it's really fun. I mean, what do you think in regard to enjoyment level? Like where
I do enjoy it, but I think it's a little too simple.
you wanted there to be a little more to sink your teeth into?
Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, what about
Because
like all the special abilities and stuff from the badges? Does that not help you be to increase the complexity enough?
No, because it's pretty random what cards you get.
Yeah, but you always get to pick one and then decide if you want that one or switch it for one of the others. So you have 4 options each time you take a card. But no, so you're thinking you wanted this to be a little heavier.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you enjoy the rondelle?
Yeah, I do.
Do you enjoy the set collecting?
I do.
Okay. So how many stars are you thinking you're going to give Space Park?
7.
Okay, so that's good. So you like 7 is a very positive score. 6 being the lowest still positive score. 7 is a very positive score. It means you like it and you'll play it anytime someone asks. So you're just a little disappointed because you were hoping it was going to be a little more advanced.
Yeah.
But that being said, you still like it and will play it on any given game.
Yeah, it's very quick. So even if, I'm not really in the mood for it, I mean...
It's very easy to just pick up and play.
Yeah, you play it and then it's over in no time and...
So now let me ask you this, though.
Go on to other things.
Okay, so that being said about that you were hoping it was going to be like a medium weight game, I'm guessing. Being that it is a lightweight game, how do you think it compares to a lot of the other lightweight games in our collection? Is this above average? Is this around average for you compared to our other lightweight games?
Probably average.
About average for you? Okay, so now I'm going to go a little higher. So here's the thing. Yes, this game is simple. This is an intro level game. This is a very quick game at only half an hour. But I really like it. I thoroughly enjoy both the theme and the gameplay. I love the mechanics. And actually, I think, for me, this one is way above average for the lightweight games in our collection. Yes, it is a lightweight game, but it has become one of my go-to lightweight games, and I really like it, and I've been asking to play it a lot. You can attest to that. I have been asking to play this with, like, everybody. I really enjoy this game. I like the rondelle. I like how it changes every game. I like the abilities from the cards. I like the look of the game. Yeah, I don't even have anything negative to say about this game. That's how much I enjoy this game. And because of that, I'm going to give Space Park 8 out of 10 stars because I really like it. I love having it in my collection, and I think it's going to be in our collection for a long time to come. So there you have it. So that is 7 stars from Lynn, 8 stars from me. So that is a 2 thumbs up review. We are both very positive on Space Park from us here at the Board Game Captain. So if you have anything you would like, any comments, questions, or concerns, either on the game of Space Park or on this video, feel free to put them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this review and tutorial video and you'd like to see us do more like it, be sure to give it a like, share it on all forms of social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. And until next time, game on.